in Blue Courage, we were very influenced by Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why, and personally influenced by his coaching for our team. His principal teaching is that every organization and every individual should have what he calls a golden circle for their life or their organization. The golden circle is nothing more than the why, how, and what of our existence. So I want to share with you our golden circle for Blue Courage. And the reason that this is critical is because this is a blueprint for leadership. Not only is it our reason for being and how we conduct ourselves every day, what we hold ourselves accountable to, but even more, it's an example of how we lead and influence others in leadership. So our why is to illuminate. And that's a very, very powerful word, to illuminate, because we know that the light always follows the dark. We know that life cannot exist without light. We know that light is the greatest cleanser and the greatest disinfectant, that hope is always predicated on knowing the light will come. So to illuminate is a very powerful word. And so in Blue Courage, we are working to shine a light into places in our police profession that too often are left in darkness. So what is it that we are illuminating? We are illuminating a path forward, because great leadership never stands still. It never goes backwards. It's never about status quo. Transformative leadership always is moving in a forward direction. So we are working to illuminate a path forward so that we ignite transformation. That's the outcome that we are seeking. Ignite, again, a very powerful word. But when we talk about transformation in Blue Courage, we're not talking about turning the world upside down or doing a 180 or a 360. That's exhausting just to think about it. We have enough on our plate to worry about doing that. We're talking about the baby steps, that if we do baby steps, small changes in our life, and we do them with discipline, we make them rituals in our life, we do them with consistency, we will lead to transformation. So for example, if yesterday you could do 5 push-ups, today you can do 6, that's transformation. You've set a new baseline. If yesterday you could run 5 minutes on a treadmill, today you can do 6. That's transformation. That's shifting the baseline. And so when we talk about transformation, we know small steps lead to great distance. So we're talking about baby steps, minor changes that literally will be the game changer for our lives and our organizations. So the big question then is, well, how do we do that? The how in Simon Sinek's world is the values, the things that differentiate us from everybody else. And in Blue Courage, we work to shape a guardian's heart and mind. Now, I know that we're having a raging debate in policing. Are we guardians or are we warriors? An obvious answer to that is we are both. And anybody who wants us to choose between those two words doesn't understand the meaning of either. I love Commissioner Bratton's description of warrior guardian when he said, we must have a warrior spirit that is guided by a guardian's heart. So in Blue Courage, we're working to influence the hearts and minds of our people of all levels of the organization, be it executive level leaders or be it professional staff or line level folks working in our organizations, because we know that it's the heart that is the driver of transformation. It is the heart that sparks the magic that allows the mind to learn. And in policing, we have gotten it so wrong because we don't speak to our officers' hearts. We ignore how they feel. And instead, we write policy, we lead, we teach to the mind, forgetting that the heart is the driver of all things that lead to transformation. So we shape a guardian's heart and mind by meeting people where they're at, a fundamental principle of leadership. The willingness and the ability to meet people where they are at, not where you think they should be. Meeting people where you think they should be is about judgment. Meeting people where they're at is about empathy. So we're working to meet people where they're at with the firm resolve to move them off of that place to the place where they perhaps need to be. And we meet everybody who comes in front of us with love and with no judgment. Why love? Because it's impossible to lead or teach people who you do not love. I didn't say like, because we associate it with a lot of people that we perhaps don't like and don't want to invite them home for dinner with our families. But we must love them because they're laboring in the same profession we are. They're wearing the same uniforms, hoping for the same things. And if we're to move them to a better place, then we have to meet them with that love and with no judgment. And in Blue Courage, we are always working to courageously do the right thing. and always exploring what is possible. We live in the world, what can we do? Not what are the limitations perhaps of what we have not done in the past, or perhaps what we don't have the resources to do. We're going to figure it out and live in the world of what's possible. So that leads us to our what. In Blue Courage, our what do we do every single day? We enhance the capacity of our people through education practices, tools, and processes. The word capacity is the most important of those words there, because leaders live to enhance people's capacity to perform at the highest levels. That's why we exist, and we use education practices, tools, and processes to amplify the capacity of our profession.